welcome to Bay 1. This is Durafalmaraxi on, wow, Thursday thingy, whatever. There we go, window capture, it's working. Let's make sure Firefox is turned off so we don't get any weird stuff coming up. Yeah, here we go. So, obviously I played a little bit last week. Today is the beginning of the Hallowfest thing in Robocraft. It runs until November the 3rd, and my sound is working good. And of course it's all pumpkin themed, or Halloween themed. So, I mean, I've got a lot of robots here, but none of these are really appropriate for what we need to do. I mean, I've got a dragon. But a green dragon really isn't Halloweeny enough, even though it's got some Halloweeny type wings and red eyes and all of that stuff. I got a crab, but that's also not Halloweeny enough. I don't really have anything. I've got the leftover guts of a Megabot, apparently, or something along those lines. So I can't remember what the hell this was now. So yeah, the obvious thing is that I need a robot that is suitable for Hallowfest. Now, I could go ahead and... oh, I've got the old Alienware thing. But no, that's not what I want to use. I could go ahead and buy something from the factory. I'm sure if I searched for Skull, I would find something. Let's go ahead and look for Skull. What comes up? Yay, plenty of skulls, but I don't want to use someone else's design, so I'm going to make my own. So anyway, no, I do not want to edit a robot. I need to go ahead, add a new bay. We're going to call it Skull, because obviously it is a skull. And now, edit mode. So yeah, not interactive at this part. But what goes into making a working skull? Well, the first thing we're going to have to work out is how we want this thing to move. And then we also need to take into account, I want to be able to play with the updated aeroflags. So, ooh, creepy sounds. So we already have some design decisions that have been made. Just based on that, I could use tracks. Tracks might be a little bit vulnerable, but they would be pretty stable. I could use legs to make a mech head type thing. That would be a pretty viable option. But yeah, so I don't know at the moment. We will need to work on this, and hopefully I get somewhere useful, and I'm going to have this up on... basically I'm cheating a little bit. I've got a skull up on another screen. And also, yeah, I need to put in the damn... chat link thingy. So let's paste that into chat. So if anyone wants to join me in the chat, it is... the Discord channel has been pasted there, so it should be coming up in chat in just a second. And hello, Grown K99, welcome to the stream. So yeah, overall, basic summary, I am building a skull. Now, we want to work out how big this thing is going to be. Having that center block is really useful these days, yay. So I'm just going to start by building a basic T-frame. Do I want to make this something accessible that other people, lower tiers, can use, or do I want to make it over Grom K99? So close. Yeah, I don't know. I mispronounce everyone's names. Do I want to make this something that other people can use so it's accessible? Because it's going on CRF regardless of how good or bad it is, and I'm not really following any plan for this particular section of it. But first stage is really kind of getting an overall rough shape. So is that roughly skull shaped? Who knows? Who cares? Probably no one. Needs to be a little bit taller on the top there. And then If we were talking about the actual jaw dimensions, it would need to come down a little bit further there, and we have the start of a skull, let's put it that way. So now we need to at least bring... aren't I a member of the Robo community, are you? It's a community for us Robocraft content creators. Oh, you aren't a member. Not... ish. So much. Delinquent member, let's put it that way. YouTubers with 2k subs can join. I mean, I'm not sure... Oh, that thing? I mean, I'm a member of some things, but I don't know. I don't actually know if I'm a member of that. Good question. Either way. Just building out a shell here. Alright, so that's really not going to be what we want. The chin section here needs to be shaped a little bit more. I'm going to do it old school style as well. The last I heard, Drognin is aware of my channel. I know Mark certainly is aware that it exists. So yeah, and I've been parts of various promotions over the years, so I'm certainly one of the longer running channels for Robocraft, but yeah, it is what it is. So where am I? Okay. Man, I really suck at making these robots. How am I going to get the teethy type thing to go in here? I don't really know. Maybe I should use a dwarf block colouring. So we got that. This is kind of the jaw. So we actually need to take these out and build the jaw out around. Or something. This is actually pretty tough as a design. Seems like it would be easy. Where am I? So we've got that, we're working on teeth. By benefits, you're probably talking about the 1,000,000 credits a month and subscription and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yes, I'm well aware of the benefits. Okay, anyway, so skull front, I need to build that up a little bit more. I don't really like how this is working from the teeth side of things. I'm going to do a weird mouth shape type thing that gives it at least a little bit more of the look that we want. Need the nose thingy. Alright, and now let's put this in. So putting in the eye holes, or the eye sockets, not eye holes. There we go, so this looks more like C3PO than a robot. The dimensionality of this is going to be a tough one to actually get accurate. So yeah, that will need to be turned into something similar to that. Yeah, I'm not going to really be able to make that work as I want, unless I keep forgetting we got the pyramid blocks nowadays. Will that work? Yeah, it might actually do the job. If I put a corner on the top. Here we go. Alright, so that's a little bit more what we're looking for. Put this across. I can bring the gap here up a little bit more. Let's change that into something similar to this and put a little jag up there. So now that's definitely more of a skull shape. This is probably going to be more zombie. Well, skull zombie thingy. I'm not sure. Yeah, some people just need to learn proper venue for touting various things and promotions and stuff like that. Yeah, it's really distracting when you're in the middle of a stream and someone's trying to basically sell something to you. Anyway. Here we are. So we've got that section there. This needs to be pulled back. I'm going to be using some lighter weight block supporting us back there. This can come down one more, and then this is basically the kind of like the jawbone that comes out. Could be a bit more Asiatic. Hold on, let me just check something. Oh, it doesn't matter if they're still here or not. Where did these go? Where did these go? Do 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 do. Yeah, okay, sorry about the pause there. Yeah, last I heard was I had an invitation from Martin Snelling. I know there's a Discord channel, which I keep forgetting to actually add that to my Discord, so the instant invite is invalid or has expired, so I really need to get a new invitation to the channel there. But yeah, so basically I'm already a member, so I've just never actually logged into it. Anyway. But thanks for the reminder on that one. I need to reach out to him or one of the other people at Free Jam and get things sorted out on that front. You like my new stream chat display? Yeah, it works a lot more nicely. It's actually the Restream chat function. They've updated it so that it's a lot easier to mess with and style and just make look somewhat good. So, okay, that looks ugly. I don't want that block there. And this block is not going to work. Yeah, I'm still working on the skull. It's not particularly great at the moment. I'll get there eventually. And the forehead is still not quite right. Where are we? What am I doing? The eye shape is going to bug me because I know the eye shape's not right, but I might not have a choice. Oh yeah, that's the block that I was looking for. One of those. No, that's not the block. Oh, is it the block I'm looking for? No, this is not the block I am looking for. This is not the robot you're looking for, or droid, or whatever you want to call it, to have very cliched Star Wars type references. So we kind of have a cheekbony type thing that is completely wrong. This block needs to come down one more. Put a solid block in there. This block needs to be changed to something more like that. Although we do... No, that's still not quite right. Maybe I was right with how I was designing that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it doesn't quite match up with where the teeth are supposed to be. The teeth are supposed to protrude out a little bit more. Anyway, so from the side it's still a little bit flat, but if you look at a skull from the side it is kind of like that. This should protrude out a little bit further though, so alright, Chrome K 99999 or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm just going to continually fail on that count. Right, so skull. This should actually channel up a little bit at this point. This block goes like so. And inside the jaw on this section is actually pretty empty. So in terms of teeth, these blocks would definitely need to actually come out. That block can stay in. That one can go there. Nope, don't quite like how that's working. That needs to be more of an angled block. No, that's going the wrong way. That needs to be something closer to this. So we've got the separation there. This block needs to be changed. Alright, and so that one is now going to stay more like that. No, it's wrong, because this needs to actually be brought forward a block. So that the block I had there was right to begin with. Okay. Something similar to that. Now, if I put it would need to be a prism. That kind of works. Alright, so far so good. Right, we need to bring the forehead on this up a little bit further. It's going to be, might end up being more of a Cro-Magnon skull than an actual... You cannot place this as it overlaps with another object. No, it doesn't. I beg to differ, my dear sir. Anyway, Cro-Magnon, basically precursors to modern humans. Something along those lines. Oh, that really seems like a weird sloopy type thing. Don't like that. Okay, that kind of works. One more level. Maybe I need to bring this out by one more block. And then fade that in here. Oh god, that looks wrong. So once you get the outside of a robot correct, then a lot of the rest of the design kind of builds itself. But this is always the finicky part, just getting the overall shape down and working from there. So Ninderman's almost done with his homework, yay! So we've got the jaw coming up there, so we were doing pretty good with the jaw side of things. Let me continue where we were there, because this actually needs to connect up to around about here. So how are we going to do the connection for that? Something similar to this might work. That block does not work. What other options do we have? We don't have anything that will actually slant on that. But we do have the pyramids. I always forget about these. That's not the right shape. It needs to be more like that. Yeah, that'll kind of work. And now I put in one of those standard-y type blocks and one of these. And that kind of gives us some more jaw type shape going on there. I'm not sure how I can rectify this block here. Let's pull that out, flip it around, put in that, Pyramid, pyramid, pyramid. The mountain for the pyramid is in the wrong location. If I do it like that, there we go. No, that's too far forward. It doesn't need that block there. So anyway, how are we doing? So, and for anyone that's watching the stream, hello and welcome. So that is a standard block. That can now be flipped to something a little bit lighter weight. That one can have the same treatment done. Weight optimization, it's always helpful if you actually do it all the way through the build. A lot of the time, though, you kind of have to wait until the end because you just don't know quite how things are going to turn out. So we've got the jaw there, in terms of the jawbones coming up. Let's do something about that. And then see, building these kind of artbots is the easy part. Making them combat effective is where the real skill starts to come in. I mean, there's plenty of artbots. I could easily go and buy something from the CRF and it would be nice, easy. I'd be able to play and, you know, not have to, you know, worry about people watching or anything like that. But I don't know. It's I don't know. I just like building things, I guess. See, now this is shaped wrong because you've got the eye socket that is here. This actually should really kind of be socketing in a little bit. And the reason for that is because skulls typically have a more pronounced bone around this section. And yeah, I'm not sure if I can do what I need to do there though. Huh. Don't know, I feel like I'm going wrong here somewhere. I want one of these. Why are you not mirroring? That's stupid. Because that ridge needs to actually come out more along this angle. How can I do that? I'm not sure I like the shape on the front here, so I'm trying to fix it while I can. Yeah, that's more nose-shaped, and the teeth should kind of poke out on the front here. No, his teeth are too high up on the bottom. It's a little bit better. I guess I can always do something like that with the teeth. Or even more fangs. I don't know. I can spend endless amounts of time playing with that stuff. Alright. Doesn't get the job done. Alright, so getting some more structure in there. Yeah, this is wrong here. I kind of messed up a little bit with that, so partly this is correct, but to be more anatomically accurate, we need a differently defined skull section. So I would want that there. I mean, it's a skull in a frigging game. Who really cares about this stuff? But I just can't let it rest, and it sucks. So here we are. Now this is going to be problematic, actually getting this ridge out where it needs to be. Because I can't actually make this thin enough. Because basically this itself here is a ridge of bone. This is like your cheekbone. This is what it comes around. You've got a ridge of bone that runs around the eye sockets, and then what actually happens is there's a slight indent behind the eye sockets here where it's still bone, but you've got a ridge of bone around the front there, and it kind of lines back behind the eyes. Now what should actually happen is these eye sockets should be indented a little bit more. So maybe that's what I'm doing wrong, is I'm trying to deal with the wrong kind of shapes. So how am I going to actually sweep this back and still keep it looking somewhat good? Prisms may actually be the saving grace here. So that would actually bring it back in. I can move this back around. That prism's not going to work, but we can perhaps... But I don't have a shape that'll actually go in there, because I really need just a really thin section in there. That won't work, because this does need to be back behind. Let's take that block out. What happens if I do this? No, I don't like that. That keeps the socket somewhat right. And now... Okay, so this is now wrong. So we kind of have to do the same dealio here. But on the same respects, that is literally what we need on the edge. So if I was to flip that more like that, maybe this will work. Yay, you're done with your homework, awesome. No, that's wrong, I need one of these blocks. Okay, so now we actually have cheekbones. We have this little bit that comes out. We can bring that out one bit more. It's going to make it too wide. I say, okay, so we can't bring that out one bit more. We could there. We can put maybe a prism in here. Will that work? Yeah, that will work. So that builds out around, but can I... so from here I will need to work out how to spar off. And what block do I need? That one. Yeah, I'm putting error flag on this, don't worry. Let me look at... oh, that. I want that block. And I will need this block, but that can't interfere. I can put an inner like that, that should work. Have we more or less solved that problem with the bone ridge? A little bit. So this is a bit more of a delicate structure than we've got at the moment, so let's pull that around. That goes up kind of like that. No, that should actually go in underneath. So that connects up here. And then I need something like this, and that's where it actually connects up. We're going to put a little prism there, because that's... okay, that will work. This on the back here would need to come in one block. Well, I'll put error flag on here so long as I've actually got enough CPU by the time I finish building that. So this, we'll find out. So it's going to be a matter of putting whatever I can on here at that point. Right, so I need one of those. We can bring that in like so. We can put a slope block in. Whatever we call the damn things again. Do like this. Inner. These need to be replaced. We can hide that one probably by using what? Prism. Okay, and that is the wrong block we got in place there. Let's convert that, and it might be one of these that we need to actually fix. Yeah, there we go. That fixes the sloping issue there. Although, do I want to do something similar to that? Alright, kind of works. There we go. Let's stop screwing around a little bit at least and get the rest of the back skull shape set out. So we kind of got the jawbone here. It's not quite as defined as I would really like, but we're dealing with what we can actually do. Yeah, the teeth should really come out like here. There. Fang type teeth. Fantastic. Only now we have no connections for them, so yeah, we do have to have these teeth in like so. So we've got the jaw, the back of the skull. So the back of the skull actually curves around up here. So let's build a solid bar across. Let's bring this out. I would estimate about that far. And for this, I'm just going to create more or less a block and carve out all the bits that we don't need. And we're going to need a little bit more ridging on top. It's not curved enough. That actually needs to come out more like that. Okay, I keep getting distracted. Keep getting sidetracked with what I'm trying to accomplish here. So anyway. Alright. And no one's watching, yay. Except for probably Ninderman. Right. Okay, so we have that bulk structure there. And now want something similar to this. This bit will come out, we'll put one like that on the back there. It's going to have a really flat back of the head here. That's somewhat skull-shaped. We're getting there. Kind of works. We'll go with this. Alright, so the next block there would be another one of those. We'll get some prisms in here just to smooth things out a little bit. Build that a little bit wider. Oh, that's the wrong block. So as you can see, we're just really focused on building up the surrounding the actual skull itself. Right, so we got that block there. Block there. You can go in and pull those blocks now, they don't actually do anything. That can be something like this. Alright, so we've got that. We'll go and replace those blocks. Not entirely sure I'm happy with how this is turning out, but it will do. It's really hard to commentate when you're focused on just trying to build. And pyramid will actually connect that on better. Actually, in terms of raw connection points, the pyramid should be connected like that. That's the back of the skull. Good. Block there. Okay, that means that's probably going to be the wrong kind of block. We'll want to put a couple of prisms like that. This... Do I want this to be so flat on the side? Yeah, let's pull that back a little bit further. There we go. Bots, bots. Now I am going to sing and lose my subscribers because I can't be in tune. Do do dee do 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 dee do. I have none anyway, so who really cares? Alright, there we go. Thanks for the support, Ninenman. I always knew I could count on you. You're a sterling chap. Alright, so what kind of block was that? Alright, move that out of the way. Alright, so finally getting there, so yeah, it's actually developing quite nicely. It's just doing all of the complex interconnecting work, and a lot of what I'm doing there is mostly trying to at least have things connected on properly, but keep the weight or the overall mass of the robot down. Now, thanks to prisms, we can do a lot more on that end, and to be honest, no one's really going to be looking at the inside of this. So some of this is a pride related thing, but just I like bots that are well designed or well built. That one can come off. We can't get rid of that block, but we do want to make sure that block we can't lose. But we do want to make sure we've got a couple of anchor points for these, and the same in the middle there. Alright, so from the side it's looking somewhat good. Now we need to just fill in this. And I need to drink something. God, how long have I been streaming this one now? It's taken me forever to do this. Wow, it's almost an hour literally just building. That's stupid. No wonder no one ever watches me. Alright, there might be battles. I'm going to have to take this into at least one battle once I work out what I'm going to put on it to actually make it move. We got this, we got that section. We need to have something to connect onto at that point. Let's put in another inner block. One of those. Alright, so we have a fielding skull now. Can't say I'm particularly happy with how all of this stuff works. But we've got all of this space inside to work with in terms of making it move. What option am I going to pursue? Now, could I fit a rotor blade in here? Nope. These are all too big. Actually, how big are rotor blades? Way too big. Okay. So rotor blades are not an option. That basically leaves us with hovers or legs. I mean, yeah. That'll work. We're going to go with trying to make it somewhat lighter weight anyway. You know, more viable for use by lower tiers. So let's put the hovers on like that. Okay, that's not going to work quite up that high. Drop them down by one. Okay, so we've got 8 hovers in there. Hopefully that'll be enough to make it move. And now aeroflax. Of course, with anyone lower down, aeroflax are not going to be super accessible. So what ones do I want? I've got Guardians, I've got the Sentinels. Let's put some Sentinels on here. Oh, Jesus Christ, these things are huge. This may not be possible. Guardians? You want Guardians on the side of it? Okay, let's put 2 Aeroflak Guardians on the side. There we go. All of my carefully crafted robot skills thrown out the window just for the sake of having nose on it. That actually doesn't look super bad. It looks terrible. Alright, let's get the Guardians in place. Alright, so I need to make sure that it actually connects onto the front. We're going to do some really ugly stuff here just to make sure we've got connection points for everything. Alright, I'm going to put another ring of hover blades on this because I don't think those are going to be enough to support it. Alright, test mode. Back to main menu. Let's test this thing out. This is stupid. This is not going to work. Holy shit, it actually flies. Wow, that's a surprise. How much CPU do I have spare? Connecting to server. $1681 CPU. So I don't have enough to put anything really useful on here. I have only got 1665 that I can actually put onto anything. You know what? I am going to put on some thrusters just to assist with turning. Yo, mirror mode, thrusters, where are you? Oh, that's the front, this is the back. Like that. And ready to go. 1645. We are at 1658. No! Okay, so you need me to cut it down to 1645. There you go, 1638. Alright, let's upload this to the CRF, because what can possibly go wrong with that? And then we're going to take it into battle. So, upload to CRF, Skull. Just call it Skull Bay 1. Actually, call it Hallowfest Skull. Built by Rafael/B1. There we go. It's done. Now I'm going to send Ninninman an invitation. Actually, that's a really stupid way of doing things. Where is Ninninman? He should be on my friends list somewhere. There you go. And for my particular version of this, I've got two very minor but important tweaks. Where did they go? There we go. Ha ha ha! Oh, it's dumb. Alright. Do I want a white skull or do I want a black skull? I don't care. A battle arena it is anyway. Oh, how do I get out? Oh, back to main menu, that's it. Shows, and to battle! Yes! No, I'm not crazy. It's the only way to go.
The battle for Spitzer Dam has begun.
Haha. Oh, okay, I can't get over that little... Oh, you got the skull thing. I should have put that on the back of mine. Ha.
Your team has captured the bottom fusion tower. Your fusion shield is now active. Your team has captured the top fusion tower. Clock cycle booster active.
No.
Fusion tower is under attack. Spotted. The top fusion tower has been captured.
I've been destroyed. No.
Spotted. Spotted. Spotted.
All right.
Spotted. Your team has captured
Nah.
clock cycle booster activated. Spotted. Spotted. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Spotted. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Bottom fusion tower has been captured. You no longer have your clock cycle booster. Your team has captured the top fusion tower. Clock cycle booster.
Actually got a
activated.
kill.
Your middle fusion tower is under attack.
Doing good now.
Your middle fusion tower is under attack. The middle fusion tower has been captured. You no longer have your clock cycle booster. Spotted. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Spotted. Spotted.
Yep, not going to win against ions. Not ions, those things.
Spotted. Spotted.
Yeah, ion disruptors or whatever the hell they are.
Spotted. Spotted.
Shotguns. There we go.
Your team has captured the middle fusion tower. Clock cycle booster activated. Spotted.
No, run away. Run, 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 run. There we go.
Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Your team has captured the bottom fusion tower. Your enemy's fusion shield has been deactivated. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. The middle fusion tower has been captured. Spotted. Spotted. Your top fusion tower is under attack. Spotted.
Come on. Die. Die, will you? Die. Just die. Ah.
Your team has captured the middle fusion tower.
He had too much healing on him. I couldn't out DPS it.
Deactivated. Your top fusion tower is under attack. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Your top fusion tower is under attack. The top fusion tower has been captured. Your middle fusion tower is under attack.
It's funny, me and Ninneman have the lowest OCs.
Your middle fusion tower is
No,
under
no, no,
attack.
no, 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 no.
The middle fusion tower has been captured. You no longer have a clock cycle booster.
Yeah, that was only a matter of time.
Your team has captured the top fusion tower.
Ha 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 ha
Clock
ha
cycle
ha.
booster activated.
Sure. Okay.
Spotted. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Spotted. Spotted. The bottom fusion tower has been captured. You no longer have your clock cycle booster. Spotted. Spotted. Your team
Damn
has
it.
captured the middle fusion tower. Clock cycle booster activated. Spotted.
I don't have enough clearance to actually combat that thing effectively.
Your top fusion tower is under attack. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Your team has captured the bottom fusion tower. Your enemy's fusion shield has been deactivated. Spotted. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Spotted. The middle fusion tower has been captured. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Spotted. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. The bottom fusion tower has been captured. You no longer have your clock cycle booster. Spotted. Spotted. Spotted.
Well, the accuracy of arrow flak is horrible.
Spotted. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Spotted.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do much to you.
Your team has captured the bottom fusion tower. Clock cycle booster activated. Your top fusion tower is under attack. Spotted. Spotted. The top fusion tower has been captured. You no longer have a clock cycle booster. Spotted.
Damn it.
Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Spotted.
So many deaths. But I'm a skull. I cannot die.
Spotted. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. The bottom fusion tower has been captured. Your fusion shield has been deactivated. Spotted. Spotted.
Maybe Aeroflex are not the right weapon for this.
Your team has captured the top fusion tower. Your fusion shield is now active. Your team has captured the bottom fusion tower. Clock cycle booster activated. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Spotted. The bottom fusion tower has been captured. You no longer have your clock cycle booster. Spotted. 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 Your team has captured the middle fusion tower. Clock cycle booster activated. Spotted. Spotted. Your middle fusion tower is under attack.
Maybe I should put miniguns on the side of this.
Your middle fusion tower is under attack.
Wonder how that will
Fusion
work.
tower has been captured. You no longer have your clock cycle booster. Spotted. Your top fusion tower is under attack. The top fusion tower has been captured. Your fusion shield has been deactivated. Your team has captured the bottom fusion tower. Your fusion shield is now active. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. The bottom fusion tower has been captured. Your fusion shield has been deactivated. Spotted. 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 Spotted.
No surrender.
Plutonium reactor is under attack. Your 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 plutonium crystal is nearly destroyed. Spotted. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Your team has captured the bottom fusion tower.
No, we lose. That was terrible. Look at those atrocious scores. Battle summary, crap. Well, we wrecked our own faces, yeah. Alright. I'm going to try different weapons on my particular version. So this block, I'm going to also do some colouring here just to make it easier to check things. Let's make that gold. No, wrong one. There we go. So weapons. What kind of other weapons did I want to try? I can put iron distorters on here. I don't actually have any miniguns. I need to grab some of those. So let's go and change shredders. Grab a couple of those. Confirm. Let's see how these things will work on here. I do not have enough robot CPU. What are you talking about? Are those way too much CPU for me? The Eric Guardians are 500. The Shredders are 320. Guardians are 3. These are 325. Well, that's no good. Man, do I really have to stick distorters on this instead? Iron distorter. Maybe I'll try those instead. One more game of this and then we can go to War Thunder. What am I doing with the other sections? Oh yeah, I want to colour all of the actual connection blocks. So we've got, those are 2 apart here. There we go. And hi, Caps Lock Master. You're a battle arena again. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly pull the guns off of this one. And re-upload it. Back to main menu. I'm taking the old version from the CRF. My robots, so by my robots, what have we got up here? Let's delete that. Remove from shop, yes. And now re-upload it. Yo, allow me to upload my damn skull. There we go. Designed for large weapons, mount points in gold. Upload, there we go. Back to edit. Oh shit, I did the wrong version of it. Back to main menu. Pull that again. Delete. Re-upload. Hallowfest skull designed by Rafale. Mount large weapons to gold connections. There we go. And now I can go edit, put the lights back on. Shame I can't actually colour the lights that come out. Alright, I can put these back on. And then the cosmetic lights. Where'd they go? They go there. And now, anything else I want to do on this? Yeah, War Thunder after this. What do I want to do after this? So we got the light mounting points. Oh yeah, that was it. I should have plenty of cosmetics to go around for this. There we go. And I also need that skull flag. I should have a skull flag somewhere. Do I not have one? I don't have a skull flag. That sucks. No. Oh well. It is what it is. We'll just go with what we have. Alright. And... back to main menu. Hallowfest skull. The weapons are mounted backwards. Yep, of course, that's fine. Battle arena. Sorry about the wait there. And I got 2 people watching on Twitch. Yay, welcome. Capslock Master, can you join a platoon? Bit late, I'm sorry. This is probably going to be my last game before I switch to War Thunder. So, yeah. Well, my team's won this because we've got Vivats and co.
Tower has been captured. Your team has captured the middle fusion tower. Clock cycle booster activated. Spotted. Spotted.
Right, let's get down here.
Spotted. Spotted.
Say no to rails.
Spotted. 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 Spotted.
You are not gonna kill me that easily.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, I play tanks on War Thunder. I mean, I can do air, but I prefer the tank mode.
Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Spotted. Spotted. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Spotted. Spotted. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Spotted. Your top fusion tower is under attack. Spotted. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Your top fusion tower is under attack. Your middle fusion tower has been captured. Spotted. Your top fusion tower has been captured. You no
battle.
longer have your clock cycle booster. Spotted. Spotted.
This works a lot better with iron cannons, by the way.
You have captured the enemy's middle fusion tower. Clock cycle booster activated.
Not iron cannons, iron
Bottom fusion
disruptors or
tower
whatever
is
the hell they're
under
called.
attack. Spotted. 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 Spotted.
Yeah, I'm still only T2.
You have captured the enemy's top fusion tower. Your enemy's fusion shield has been deactivated.
Boom.
Spotted.
But yeah, Russian tanks are awesome.
Spotted. Spotted. Spotted.
Here we go. Skulls. So they're coming out on that side. Uh-oh.
The enemy
Enemy there.
crystal is nearly destroyed. Spotted. Spotted.
Thanks for the repairs.
Spotted. Spotted.
Game over. Well, it worked better that way. Anyway, so yeah, that's the Hallowfest skull by myself. My score was still the lowest on the team, but I did a lot better that time round. I got 3 kills, some assists, etc. But, you know, considering who I was teamed up with, I'm not surprised my score wasn't that much higher. But, yeah. Anyway, that's it for this part of the stream. I'm going to be back in probably 5 to 10 minutes with the War Thunder stream. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and tune in a few minutes. Oh yeah, and don't forget to get the damn robot from the CRF if you can afford it. I mean, I made a version without the guns on there, so go ahead, buy it, play around with it. I would love to see what you can make. Anyway, thanks.